George Ford, Andre Pollard, Johnny Wilkinson, Dan Carter. What do they all have in common? They can kick drop goals like it's nothing. Whereas me, a short, slightly rotund amateur rugby player, kicks a drop goal like I'm in severe pain.
Yeah, good shot.
And I've quite frankly had enough. Okay, so I've studied the best drop goalers in the world to figure out what makes their technique so good, helping to turn me from a slightly average rugby player to a slightly average rugby player that can kick a 40-metre drop goal. So what's the point? Not of rugby full stop, though I do often actually question that, of the drop goal. Scoreboard pressure. A drop goal, if you didn't know, is worth 3 points. So whether you're trying to chase down your opponent or increase your lead, a drop goal is a great way to make your opponent increasingly uncomfortable. And George Ford is a great example of the modern utilisation of the drop goal. Often helps England increase their scores and ultimately wins them games. So where am I and hundreds of others going wrong? Why am I when I kick a drop goal looking like I'm hitting a bag of concrete, whereas George Ford can effortlessly kick the ball from 40 metres out? So it was time for me to get on the field and investigate, and it soon became apparent to me pretty quickly that I was bad at drop goals. Unfortunately, really bad.
Yep, that's the one. Ball drop. Hooks it to f***ing Narnia. Win the World Cup. Or lose it. Or just lose it. Because I wanted it to go over there, is what you didn't know.
And I quickly fell upon my first issue, ball drop. And this surprised me, okay? Because whenever I tend to drop into the first receiver role, I'm pretty good at dropping the ball. But this time it wasn't on accident. I mean, look at this. How did I actually think I was going to kick this ball well? I mean, the ball is literally on its side. Making my ball drop more consistent was one thing, but the main thing I found from comparing myself to the pros is that I was dropping the ball in the wrong place. I was dropping it in front of the foot I was kicking it with, which sounds like it would obviously be the right thing to do. But when I looked at the likes of George Ford and Johnny Wilkinson, they were actually dropping the ball in between their two legs, helping them to strike through the ball. Whereas when you compare it to me dropping it on my kicking foot, now I was hooking it left, right and centre. Or just right.
Oh my.
Really far right. Like so right. But with this, I also needed to change point 2. This is actually what I found to be most consistent within all kickers. They all had slight tweaks to their technique, but this one was most consistent, their body position. Virtually all kicks that were taken at a 45-degree angle away from the post. Too straight and you're attempting some sort of weird front-facing punt, and too far wide and you're looking like you're trying to roundhouse your second row. The 45-degree angle means that you can produce enough power for your desired distance, but also keep that concise precision with no random flailing limbs. So with these 2 points that I was focusing on, I was starting to look a little bit more consistent.
That's lovely. 45-degree angle. Yeah. Yes, here we go. I'm cooking on gas now. Oh, 3 from 3. God.
Stop right there. If you haven't yet liked nor subscribed to the channel, you'll be kicking like this for the rest of your life. Trust me, you don't want to do that, because that's me. Okay, you can continue now. But when I moved to that 40-metre distance, something still just wasn't clicking. I was either coming up short or just completely missing the posts. When you analyse the best in the business, you often think about what happens before and during the kick, but never really after. The best kickers often shift their body weight towards the post, meaning that all of their power and momentum goes in the direction where they want the ball to go. Whereas my body position looked like some sort of twisted pretzel, or sort of when you wring out a sponge. Didn't feel good, nor did it really look good. But when do I ever? And when I started to transfer my body weight towards the post, I was striking the ball so much better. So much so that I actually thought I got the 40-metre drop goal.
Oh, I think I did it. Come on. That was so nice. I'm gonna have to check the tape.
No, I think it was short. I'll be honest with you, that was extremely embarrassing as a 25-year-old man stood in the middle of the field on his own, celebrating a drop goal that didn't even go over the posts. Extremely humbling. to say the least. I would recommend everyone to do that at least once in their life. Just as sort of like a snap reality check, just to keep yourself humble. Keep yourself humble. And with that narrow miss, I completely lost my head. Okay? My technique flew straight out the window. But what it did highlight to me was actually the fourth and final technique point. The top kickers in the world don't try to smack the grip off of the ball every single time. They almost act as if they're trying just to guide the ball over the posts. Although it is really fun to try whack the hell out of the ball, it's not good for technique and it won't help you get your desired outcome. So I was ready. I nearly hit the 40-meter drop goal before. I'd sorted my technique out. All I needed to do now was kick that ball over the posts. Oh my God. It's hit the post. It has hit the post. I can't believe it. I hit the post. I was so close. You know, maybe my short little stubby legs, they're just not made to hit 40-meter drop goals. So I gave up. Is what I would say if I was a loser. My legs are equally as nice as short forwards. If anything, actually, I would argue they're nicer. Yeah, I've said it. So I packed my bag, I got to the field the next day, and I produced this.
Oh my God.
I did it. I kicked the 40-meter drop goal. Now don't get me wrong, I was still missing kicks left, right and centre. But it just shows you with the right technique and a little bit of practice down your local field, you yourself could be kicking drop goals like the best in the world. Oh, thank you so much for watching, everyone. I hope you did enjoy this video as much as I actually enjoyed making it. I had a really good time. If you did, please feel free to like and subscribe. We reached 5,000 subscribers this year in 2025, which is amazing. Hopefully the goal next year is 10,000 for 2026. So like I say, if you did enjoy, please like, subscribe and follow my Instagram if you want. Still don't know what I'm going to post on there, but I will do eventually. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you in the next one. In a bit. Bye 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 bye.